Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new episode of IndieRPGs.com Checks Out. Wait a minute, Craig, you might say. Brand new? Didn't you already do this one? Heroes of a Broken Land? Yeah, kinda. I kinda did. Back in August 2013, but that was the alpha, and this is the final release. You may notice in the top right there, that little 1.0. This is the real deal, folks. Let's go ahead and start a new game. We will have a small world on normal difficulty. Let's do it. The world as it once was. At the world's core was a crystal heart, the source of all magic. Its power protected all life from the void. A select few were able to connect with the heart and use its power. They formed the Great Council of Wizards, the Masters of Magic. In time, the wizards mastered their control of Crystal Heart and learned its secrets. They learned to join with the heart. They merged and became one with the crystal. Bonded to the Crystal Heart, their powers grew. They became immortal. The wizards used their powers wisely, and the council ushered in an era of enlightenment. No wars were fought, no child starved. There was only peace and prosperity. However, as good and pure as the wizards seemed, they were still human. As the wizards merged with the heart, so too did the heart merge with the wizards. The Crystal Heart was affected by the sins and desires of mortal souls, and became tainted. No longer pure, the heart was corrupted. The heart's power waned and began to decay. Plague swept the lands, earthquakes shattered the mountains, storms scoured the seas and skies. The world was broken. Fragments were scattered among the void. A few wizards managed to survive the cataclysm. You are one such wizard. And now we select our character. We have a few wizards to choose from here. We can be Kalat the Wise. He gives you an XP bonus. We have Saria the Watcher. She gives heroes extra magic points. There's Dareth the Brave, increases hero attack. Morn the Clever increases magic item rate. Lenthil the Healer increases heroes hit points. Orana the Guardian protects the weak by increasing hero defense. And that's it. Those are our selections. So my instinct is this guy's probably the best, because when characters level up you can kind of decide what to improve, as opposed to being locked into particular bonuses. So I think we're gonna go with Kaleth here. It is your duty, your penance, to restore the land and recover the fragments from the void. Only by collecting, and the fragments adrift in the void, can the Crystal Heart be restored. Weakened by the shattering of the heart, trapped in your crystal form, you need help. To save the heart and restore the world, you will need many heroes of this broken land. We have a title! Woo! Alright, so basically we need to explore the land, recover the Crystal Heart, and heal the fragment. In order to do that, we are going to get some heroes. So we start off with 4 that we can kind of customize here. We have 8 rerolls that we can use among all of the characters. This particular character actually he's got some pretty good stats. So he would make a pretty decent thief, because he has high agility. Yes, there we go. So he's going to be a rogue. Let's move on to the next. Okay, nothing too great here. Let's try re-rolling. That's slightly better. Although that speed is miserable. Okay, so this is okay. So she could maybe be... Oh god, that endurance though, that's terrible. Let's try once more. Okay, that's pretty good. So she could maybe be like, yeah, let's make her a mage. I'm not crazy about her willpower, that's not great. Like, that's not a whole lot of magic points, but she has good intelligence, and once she levels up we can just dump a bunch of points into willpower. Alright. Now here's character number 3. She actually has really good willpower and okay intelligence, but the good willpower is important for a priest, because we want to be able to heal our characters a lot. So we're going to go with that for her. And, you know, we need a good fighter. We don't have any yet, so I'm going to use some rerolls to... Here we go, that's more like it. This is going to be a good fighter right here, Shanta. She has miserable intelligence, but who cares, right? That doesn't matter. We're going to need to up her speed at some point, but... all in all, not too shabby. This is an unexplored fragment of the broken world. Use your heroes to explore this fragment, gathering strength and treasure in your search for the Crystal Heart. Develop your town to equip your heroes, train them, and recruit new heroes to your cause. So, blah blah blah. According to the developer, who I corresponded with a little bit, every 10 turns, you recruit 2 or more heroes, who you can then, you know, form new parties with. This is a game that lets you have multiple parties at a time. I'm going to... let's see, what does this guy have? Oh, wow. Holy cow, this guy has great stats. It's a shame about that intelligence, otherwise I might make him a wizard. But he's going to make a really good fighter, so we're going to bring him on with that, I think. Very good. You go over here. You go over here. You go over here. You go over here. And you. Can we hire you? Apparently. Okay, you're not nearly as good. Oh god, yeah, you're not going to be useful at all as a spellcaster, unfortunately. Yeah, your stats kind of blow, dude. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put him on this side. And... yeah. I mean, I guess I could make you another rogue. It's better than nothing. Alright. Come join us. Now, you might notice there's spots all around this town where you can build buildings. There are a bunch of different buildings you can build. I don't actually have any money to build an alchemist because I spent all of it hiring characters. I actually kind of don't want to build an alchemist place anyway. I'd rather just venture out with my fighters here. Alright, we'll select our party, and then we shall move. Ba-boom! Enter dungeon. Risk moderate. Danger is only 1x. Now here's a thing that you need to know. Because I didn't realize this when I was playing this before. These X's, letting you know the danger level, it doesn't actually account for what kind of monsters are in the dungeon. At all. So you can have a 1x dungeon that is crawling with monsters that are way too powerful for you. That is entirely possible. Oh, hello. So, one thing to note. The way these characters are arranged corresponds to the column they will attack among the enemies. So every character on this side is going to hit a character on the left. All of these characters are going to attack on the right. That's why it's valuable to have a full complement of characters. So you can actually target every enemy with 3 characters. Look at that. That's making this particular combat, like, a heck of a lot easier. Good stuff. Hey, we got him from behind. Well, that was probably the easiest combat ever. Ooh, look, a crystal shard. 2 of them, to be precise. Crystal shards are really helpful. They are part of what you have to use when you're paying the cost of building buildings in town. If you don't have crystal shards, you're probably screwed. At least insofar as building buildings goes. $52 experience and 4 gold. So basically dungeons are quote-unquote complete when you defeat all of the enemies inside of them. At that point, it says, alright, you're free to go, and when you leave, you get extra fame. Fame influences the number of heroes you can recruit back at town. I may have mentioned that before, but if I didn't, well, now you've heard it from me. There's another crystal shard. That's good. Crystal shards are extremely valuable in this game. Now, because I have a full complement of 6 characters, it's making combat very easy here. The game tells you not to do this, but honestly, I think this is the way to go. Like, you can always go and spend money on buildings later. Man, when's my priest gonna go? I wonder if she has, like, really low speed or something. That's actually bad if she does. Yes. I think I mentioned this in the last video, but I flippin' love the soundtrack in this game. It's just, absolutely gorgeous. It reminds me a lot of Chopin. It just has that romantic style to it. This is going to be a slightly tougher combat. I don't think, unfortunately, that there's any way to actually change the arrangement of your characters once you're in the field, which kind of sucks because like, I don't have my mage on this side, so I'm just going to have to use these guys' special abilities to deal with the bat that's on the right there. Oh well. Luckily, these guys do have special abilities that they can use. I think we're going to use Bash, actually. That stunned the bat, which means that we should not be taking any damage from it for at least another turn or so. Just use some spells to take these enemies out relatively quickly. And we're going to have to heal our mage again. And down goes the bat. Good stuff. Go us. We did it. This right here, this thing on the floor, that's a trap. And hey, look at that. We disarmed it, and that was apparently enough experience points to give us a level up. Shanta is now a level 2 fighter. So let's see, what did we say we wanted to give her? Let's give her some more speed, because she needs it. And, oh, I don't know. How about another 2 endurance? Good. And we'll make her an axe master. You are skilled with an axe, you hit harder and have a chance at a critical hit. Works for me. Fabrice is now a level 2 fighter. Well, Fabrice is kind of a badass. Just look at these stats, my god. Let's give him some more agility, because he's a little weak on that. Give him a couple more strength, and 1 more in endurance. And I think we're good to go. And let's make you a sword master. Briandon is now a level 2 rogue. What do you need? You could use a little more endurance, a little more strength, a couple more agility, and maybe, yeah, let's make it 3 more agility. Okay, good stuff. Adir is now a level 2 rogue. Good, good. We'll up your speed, up your endurance, give you a couple more points in strength, and 1 more in agility. Mina is now a level 2 mage. That's good. So we're going to need to buff your willpower pretty considerably. And actually, yeah, let's just dump it all into willpower, because you need magic points like whoa. Now, we have a couple of options here as far as the new spell she's going to learn. We can get Burn, which deals more damage over time than Ice does. But we already have a fire spell, and we do have some enemies that are strong against fire element, weak against ice element, so it will be good to have ice. Also, ice does more damage up front, so I think I'm going to go with ice. Although burn is also a perfectly acceptable choice. And Renee, now a level 2 priest. Good, good, good. So we're going to dump another point into willpower, a point into intelligence. Actually, let's dump a second point into willpower. And, oh, I don't know, maybe the remaining 2 into agility. Good, good, good. I think that should work. Now we have 2 options here. We can get Bless, which increases our character's attack for quite a long time, 70 turns, which is really, really useful. On the other hand, we also have Holy, which does a ton of damage. And I'm guessing that is light element, that yellow font there denotes, which could also be really helpful. In fact, in my last playthrough, I kind of wish I'd had Holy. I feel like Bless is better overall, but for those occasions where we run up against the undead, I kind of want Holy around, so I'm going to get Holy. And that's it. Hello, we got ourselves boots, sharp spear, and a spear. See, that's the problem with leveling up so quickly, is there's no way to actually... Ooh, what is this? Crystals of purified water dance in the air. Do you pray here? Yeah, sure. Nothing happens. Oh. That sucks. I thought something would happen. Anyway, like I was saying, that's the problem with leveling up too quickly. Is you then have no idea what weapon specialty it would actually benefit you to get, because you don't have any weapons yet, other than the ones that you came with. Speaking of which, so you have an axe specialty, so we don't need to give you the spear. You, on the other hand, you have a sword specialty, which does nothing with this axe, so we might as well give you a spear. Good stuff. Attack plus 8, and attack plus 8. Okay, so there's no reason to give either of you the axe. Or the spear. In fact, you can't even use the spear even if you wanted to, unfortunately. And we should try to get you a better weapon pretty soon. Did we find a helm? Yes, we did. Okay, you get the helm. Good stuff. A door has been unlocked. Well, I do like that. 10 gold. Another door has been unlocked. This is the nice thing about giving characters weapons that are in their specialty, is they sometimes get critical hits, which is kind of awesome. Door opened. Gold. Trap disarmed. More gold. A rat! Die, accursed thing! So yeah, what's really cool about this game is, unfortunately it's kind of hard to show it in a first impressions video because it kind of requires more time with the game to show adequately, but ooh, that is a trap, which the rat has evidently not triggered. Trap disarmed. More gold. And what is that? That has to be a trap. Yeah. There we go. Trap, yes. There we go. More gold. Ooh, more gold. Gauntlets and sandals. How would you like some gauntlets? Very good. Sandals, 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 sandals. Yep, I have no use for those sandals, but the gauntlets are welcome. Alright, let's take a look at the map. One nice thing about this game is there is an auto map. And it's going to take us a good long while to get on out of here, so let's get started, I guess. Gold and a cap. More gold. Enemies! Enemies! Alright, let's use bash. And you are stunned, sir. Down goes that bat. And down goes that rat. We are kicking the crap out of the ambient wildlife in this cave, let me tell you something. Alright. Very good. Did anyone call for pest control? No? Guess I'm just doing it on a volunteer basis then. Trap disarmed. Open the door. And it's some rats. And they have been flanked! Yes, yes, critical hits. That is what I like to see. Good stuff. 105 experience points, and congratulations! Word of my deeds will spread. I think that means that my fame went up, because I killed all of the enemies in the dungeon. But that doesn't mean I'm done exploring, because as you can see, there's still goodies here. We're still collecting crystals and gold, and that is going to help us quite a bit when the time comes. So, is this the way we want to go? Yes. Yes, it is. I still don't know what that fountain did, because we didn't actually drink from it. But, that's okay. Let's head on back to the overworld. This sort of sums up everything that you found and that you did while you were in the dungeon. It's kind of a cool thing. Let's end the turn. And then be on our way here. We found 220 gold and durable gloves. Let's see, you don't have any gloves, so we're going to give you durable gloves. Now your defense just went up by 8. That's pretty good. And yeah, apparently, every turn that you spend... Ooh, we just found some crystals lying around the overworld. That's pretty helpful. Let's go back to town. End the turn. And go back to town. So we now have actually a lot of crystals, which is really different from my last playthrough where we only... I think I had like maybe somewhere between like 5 and 8 by the time I finished the first dungeon. So obviously there's quite a bit of variability here in terms of what you will find in the dungeons and what you will find on the overworld. But this means we are now able to start constructing some buildings. The game advises you to build an alchemist, because alchemists allow you to buy elixirs that provide permanent changes, or just regular potions. But I guess that's helpful, so we'll buy that. What else do we want here? An armor smith would be a good idea. Let's buy that. Enchanters are cool because they let you enchant items and armor that you find. We could buy a farm, which will supply income to our settlement. That would be good. We could buy a guard tower, which helps reduce the number of monsters wandering around. That could be helpful. We could get a mage's guild. They sell magical items, and if we upgrade it, then we gain access to more powerful spells. I kind of like that. Let's get that. And can we upgrade it? Is that a thing? Oh, that'll take a lot of stuff. That'll take quite a bit to upgrade, so let's not do that then, just yet. Okay, but it looks like there are some spells we could buy at some point, if the need arises. And let's see, what about like a temple, say? Can we buy a temple? Yes, we can. The Temple of Holy Light. So, it's home to priests and healers. Healing and other services are offered here. That seems like it could be helpful. Okay, so this gives us access to more priest spells. That's good. And we can buy armor here. Except I don't remember what all my characters have. Well, I'm pretty sure no one has leather armor. So let's buy a couple of those. And go equip our characters. So we'll give you some leather instead of a shirt. We'll give you some leather instead of a shirt. And you actually need a helm. You don't have any helm. Yeah, you don't have a helm. And neither of you have shields, actually. So maybe we should get that as well while we're at it. If we have the money. Hopefully we do. And we can always sell stuff that we're not using, which is kind of nice. Okay, and we'll sell the spear. Good stuff. Let's buy a couple of helms. And... okay. So you're gonna get a helm. Oh wait, you already have a helm. What am I talking about? Can you use a helm? Yes, you can. So we're gonna give you a helm. You could use a gauntlet. And you could... that's what we need. We need shields, and maybe like one gauntlet for my priest. Let's go shopping again! Alright, so we could buy gloves, but really we want gauntlets. And... it looks like there aren't any shields on sale, which is unfortunate. Well, that's alright. So, you have durable gloves, so is that as good as a gauntlet? Defense plus 3 versus defense plus 4. But this also gives endurance plus 10, which is kind of cool. Yeah, we'll go with gauntlets for you. And we'll give the durable gloves to someone who can't actually wear gauntlets. So you have gauntlets, you have gauntlets, you have gauntlets. Can you wear gauntlets? Yes, you can. That's good. You will get durable gloves. Because you need some hit points. And can we afford more gauntlets? I think we can. I believe we can. So we'll get that. Okay, you need a cap. Maybe a pendant. So we need one cap. A couple of helms. Shopping! Oh, whoops. Okay, that'll do. That should do nicely. So once our characters are all fully attired, we'll be ready to move on into the next dungeon. Alright, and I think we are good to go. I'm just going to quickly save. One thing to note is, let's go this way, actually. Your characters regain hit points and magic points by just waiting a turn. Like you might have noticed she regained some of her hit points there. So she's at 38 out of 50. After we quit this turn and wait for the next turn, she'll regain more. So now she is at 46 out of 50. So our mage is gaining 8 hit points per turn. Sharp poleaxe. That could be good. Who's my axe wielder again? I think it's you, Shanta, if I'm not mistaken. Let's replace... Oh, that counts as a spear. Lame. Well, no matter. Let's head this way. Magic crystals have been uncovered by local miners. The locals know that the mineral rights are yours by right, and have come forth to inform you of the find. What do you do with the treasure? Thank the locals for their honesty, share the crystals, or refuse your share. I say we share the crystals. You tell the local miners that they may keep half the treasure they have uncovered. The locals leave, looking content with their work. 5 crystal. Word of your accomplishments has spread, attracting new heroes to your cause. Your fame level is now level 1. Good stuff. And what is this? Level 4, risk high. We are not going in there. That would be a bad idea. Let's end the turn, and let's see what this is right here. Dwarves Horde, level 3, risk moderate. Let's keep exploring a bit. Ooh, more crystals. Good, good, good. And we have some income coming in now. We have 893 gold and 17 crystals. I think we should construct a farm to increase our gold output. This building produces 50 gold. Okay. Apparently that's about it. Not much else you can do there, other than get an extra 50 gold each turn. Still, not too shabby. And, yeah. What do we have in here? Do we have any more heroes attracted yet? Not yet. Okay. Let's explore a bit more. End the turn. Okay, so we know that there is this place here. Right, that's cleared. That was a level 1. We have a level 3 here and a level 4 here. Let's see if we can find a level 2 dungeon somewhere. New heroes are ready for recruitment. That's cool. Let's see what's over here. Looks like a camp. Crystal camp. Huh. 4 crystal. That's cool. What is this? Infested jail, level 2, risk low. Before we do that, let's go attack these monsters here. A pack of monsters are wandering the land. Destroy them before they cause harm. So this is danger 2x, risk low. Before we do that, I'm going to save, because as I was mentioning before, the danger assessment this game gives you is wildly out of whack with the actual danger posed by many of these enemies. Alright, first we're going to bash. Stun that guy for a turn. Well, luckily skeletons don't seem to be too terrible. These things, on the other hand, I forget, are they specters? They're something. They're pretty nasty. I fought some of them on my last playthrough, and I was not pleased about it. We're gonna use Holy on this guy. Ghost, that's what that was. Well, on the plus side, hey now. On the plus side, it looks like this is actually going pretty smoothly. And that makes me happy. Because these guys, at least ghosts, are really nasty enemies. Although, at least we're not fighting elementals. Because those are super nasty. Alright, I'm not sure what else there is to do in this area. Looks like we beat all the... Oh, no. There are still some enemies left. This guy, specifically. Congratulations! Go me. Where's the exit? There is an exit, right? I'm not trapped here. Oh, there it is. Hello. Let us leave. 379 experience points and 35 gold. Awesome. The workers at this camp claim that monsters have prevented them from working. They will reward you if you can rid them of these beasts. Lucky Reserve, level 4, risk high. Let's not go there just yet. Let's kind of end the turn. A strapping young lad has claimed to have found a treasure map. Not being the adventuring sort, he has offered to sell you the map for a good price. I'll take this chance, 1,000 gold? No, there's never... that would be cool, except I don't want to blow 1,000 gold right now. How do you know it's not a scam? Better to not waste your money. You set the lad on his way. Map still in hand. Yeah. Thanks, but no thanks, buddy. Ooh, see, there's treasure. 737 gold, and another sharp poleaxe. Man. And a Book of Harden 2. That's kind of cool. I wonder if we can actually use that with our characters. Alright. Since we have new heroes, let's see what we have available. Just 3 guys, but that's still not bad. Let's look at Neil Mani. What does Neil Mani have? Lots of strength, lots of agility. Almost no intelligence. This is going to be a fighter, I think. Good job, Neil Mani. Who do we have here? Alvar. Oh, he's just straight up a fighter. I don't even get to pick with this guy. Okay. That's alright. Let's do it. And who do we have here? Nazarin. So I get to pick with her. She has agility, but not so much with the speed. Yeah, her stats are kind of mediocre all around. I guess she should also be a fighter. So we're going to have a lot of fighters in this particular party. Okay. So you guys are just going to hang out there. You'll be our line of defense if any monsters start approaching our town, which does happen, by the way. And it sucks. Ooh, crystals. How did I not notice that there? 10 crystals. Hell yes. You know, we have quite a bit of money and quite a few crystals. Let's see if we can start making some upgrades here. Can we upgrade our armory? That'll cost 750 gold and 5 crystals. Ba-boom! Totally worth it. Now we have a much bigger selection of stuff that we can buy. We can now get breastplate, which is actually way the hell better than what I have now. We can get a cooter, or a coute. I'm not even sure how you pronounce that. Probably not cooter. That'd probably be slightly offensive. Ooh, we could get greaves. Still no shields, which is strange. I wonder if you need to create a blacksmith to get those. Well, we have one more spot left for a building. So maybe we should do that? Weaponsmith? Let's do it. Not enough to upgrade this, unfortunately. We need more gold. But even so, this will allow us eventually to start getting some weapons that our fighters are properly specialized for, which will be a good thing. So, wait, why do you have 4 and you have 8? Is that the number of action points? Is that what that is? Ah, okay, yeah. Alright, let's go here, since this is the next lowest level dungeon to visit. This says it's double X. The infested jail, dark and sinister, this building radiates necromantic energies. Who knows what deadly forces make this crypt their home? Well, I guess we're gonna find out. Got a life potion. That's always helpful. That lets you resurrect one of your characters if they fall in combat. Okay. Looks like we have some ghosts. Whew. Well, let's bash him. I'm a fan of bash because it limits the amount of damage that enemies can do in any given encounter. Unfortunately, it's quite expensive, and my fighters specifically, are not high on willpower. The one nice thing about ghosts is they don't deal a ton of damage, even though they curse all of your characters. Excellent. Moving on along quite nicely here. I do like that I don't have to turn to interact with that. That's handy. This is a pretty linear dungeon layout so far. Huh. The door does not budge. Find the switch. Aha! So that's what those switches have been doing. It could be down here, but nope, looks like a dead end. So let's head back this way. A heavy iron cell sits before you. You can hear muffled noises from within, but you cannot penetrate the darkness of the cell. Do you open the cage? Ooh, I don't know about this. This seems like it could be a trap. On the other hand, what the hell? Let's try it. Son of a beeswax. Kind of thought that might happen. Oh well, I guess that just means we get more experience points, right? Ghost absorbs 16 magic points from a deer. That sucks. On the plus side, at least he picked my rogue for that, instead of doing that from one of my actual magic users, because that would have really blown. Oh, yes it would have. And hey, we got a magic vial. Look at that. That's handy. Nice. I wonder if that opens that grate we saw before. That would be pretty great. Ha! You get it? You get it. Where are you going, ghosts? Come back. We must kill you. Flare on you. He's a little holy on you. And that'll make this a whole lot more manageable. And hello. A crystal. Oh, we haven't flipped that one. Have we been here already? Yes, we have. Okay. So let's go back down this way. Yeah, we've already been through this room, but let's just go around the contours to ensure that we know, looking at our map, that we've explored it fully. Like you do in these old school games. And we're going to head back over to the top right. Now that we've taken care of the switch that opens that grate. Oops. I spy with my little eye a ton of monsters. We're going to be using some shield bashes here. And a little bit of holy light there. Actually, we're not going to shield bash the skeleton. We're just going to attack it. So far, this is going pretty well. This playthrough is, so far, way the heck more successful than my last one. I feel pretty good about that. Oh! Just sucked magic points out of my mage. That is some crap. I'm not a fan. For that ghost, you must die. Hey, my guys just leveled up. Excellent. And just when they were running low on magic points. Shanto, we're going to give you a couple more points in strength, a couple more points in speed, and one more in endurance. Fabrice, we're going to give you a couple more points in agility, a couple more points in speed, and actually we'll just put them all in agility there. There we go. Briandon! Oh, Briandon. You're now a level 3 rogue. Congratulations. What are we going to do with you? I think we will give you more agility, more speed, and a little more strength. And Adir, you too are now level 3. We're going to give you a little more strength, a bit more speed, and, oh, I don't know, maybe a little more agility. Good stuff. Mina, we're going to give you more willpower, a little bit more endurance, and a little bit more intelligence. And Renee, what will we do with you? You're pretty well rounded all in all, but you know what? You can never have enough magic points as a priest. Never. So we'll do that, and we'll give you a little more agility. Is that good? It'll increase your attack and defense a little bit. Yeah. Good stuff. Ooh, there's a trap there. Good thing I noticed that. It looks like there's actually quite a few enemies wandering around this room. So let's take care of these guys. Nice, we took that ghost out post-haste. Ghost haste, even. Haha. And now it's just skeletons in this group, so that is easy enough to deal with. That's not going to be a problem. Good, good, good. How many more monsters are left? 7. Alright, so this dungeon still has quite a bit left in it. But, you know what, gentle viewers? I feel like you've probably gotten the picture. This is Heroes of a Broken Land. I was a little bit down on it on my last playthrough, because I didn't quite get what was going on. Things are a lot clearer this time around. The graphics are better, there's a tutorial in the game that actually tells you what's up, and all in all, I think this is a pretty darn good little game. I give it my approval. So if you want to go out and buy it, go check out the link right down below. It'll direct you to the indierpgs.com page where I posted about this game's release. There's a link there with info on where you can buy it and for how much and for what platforms, etc., etc. But I'm afraid our time is up for this particular video. I'm Craig Stern. Thanks so much for watching. indierpgs.com checks out. If you liked this episode, please, by all means, click the little thumbs up button, and subscribe to the channel. I'd love it if you stuck around and watched some more of my videos. But that's all the time we have for today, folks. I'll see you guys next time.
How can I show you? I'm glad I got